Hey, what is up ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mario here once again, and I'm back for some more of the Maxi Toys videos. And today, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our brand new Let's Play for our YouTube channel. Now, I was originally trying to go back into NES Remix at one point, but I decided to take a break on that game instead. So even now it's time to shine with the forms of the new 3D Mario game have been just recently released, during the likes of 3 months ago, naturally. That was the forms of Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. So as you guys should probably already know that Sonic and Sylvester already tackled through Super Mario 3D World back in during the likes of 2017 last year. But now in 2018 we can now jump into the latest game of the series, and that is Super Mario Odyssey. So even then though, this game was first released obviously in 2017, alongside with Sonic Forces, Sonic Mania, in addition to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and even the My Little Pony the Movie 2017 as far as that film goes. In fact, speaking of such, I guess I should explain about this before we actually get started with this Let's Play. Apparently, if those of you lived in UK of this game, you probably recognize this, that, if you ever compare to these both release dates between My Little Pony the Movie and, Super Mario Odyssey, is that, this game came out a week after My Little Pony the Movie 2017 was released, which even then I thought to myself, that's actually kind of convenient. But even then, we're not going to get into more details about this kind of stuff, but for now, let's go ahead and jump into a new game right there, because I'm about to be doing this Let's Play for you guys. And I was really damn excited to actually get into this game, because even then though, after all we did tackle through all of these 3D Mario games retrospectively, although we're literally trying to do a redo Let's Play of Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario Galaxy, or Super Luigi Galaxy if you will, but that can wait, that can definitely wait until some point in the future if this has been planned. So anyway, so let's get started right there. From the start of the game, you can either select up to 2 different modes. One, you can start normally, or start with the assist mode. But obviously, I might actually gonna go to, not to go for assist mode, because I'm pretty much expert at this game, especially the 3D Mario games as a result. So let's get started with Super Mario Odyssey for Nintendo Switch. In the skies above Peach's castle. Oh, that was quick. This is the end. For you. Oh, me? What are you talking about? Time for my wedding with Peach. Jealous, Mario? I wonder who is here, I wonder. Well, nothing matters though, because we have no strength of power to able to actually defeat Bowser once again, and, you know, just like how it does in any other Mario games, the only exception is being Super Mario 3D World, I'm pretty sure Princess Peach is being kidnapped again, but I believe, this time around though, is that I'm assuming Bowser's wedding is about to happen, which even then, I didn't see that coming. Anyway, yeah, we're pretty much dead now, so even though we can't stand a chance, so, yeah, you can move around with the right analog stick if you want to. Sorry for the lack of dialogue for this point, folks, but there's nothing we can do besides pressing the B button to jump. Oh, I wonder what that guy's running away for. I'm guessing we have to just go after him though. So, at the moment we're actually gonna be running and jumping, and that's what you're really trying to do here. So even then though, that, right now we're actually on this familiar looking, environment right there, which we're not gonna get into more details about this, before we get into the actual later parts of this Let's Play. Who are you? You're not one of them, are you? Well, of course I'm not one of them. What are you saying here? So sorry for running away like that. You startled me, and I do startle easily. I saw what happened earlier. You have been through quite a wrangler. You have landed in a camp kingdom. We've been under attack by the same monster that gave you such a trouncing. Tell me about it. And to make matters worse, a fiend has kidnapped my little sister. What? I'd hoped to give chase to that monster, meaning Bowser, in a ship of my own. Unfortunately, all of our airships were wrecked in an attack. Although, now that I think on it, I'm fairly certain there's a functioning ship in the next kingdom over. It could get us there, if only I could reach the top of Top Hat Tower, which is being guarded by the monster's henchmen. That could be for something. You know, it seems we're after the same thing. Perhaps we should team up? Let's see if we can't help those two. Meaning, I'm assuming Princess Peach and the new character introduced, I'm presuming his name is Tiara. Not your style? How about this? So now your Cappy is now your companion now. So, yeah, this is what the main gimmick of this game looks like upon first announcement about this game, especially specifically on the E3 2017 portion of this game. At first glance, that this game did first announce it among the same day as when it's almost about a year ago now, and during the likes of Nintendo Switch presentation directs, or in this case just Nintendo Switch presentation. That this game was first announced around the exact same day as the Nintendo Switch presentation. But even then though, amongst all with the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, everyone was really hyped for this game, probably due to, well, first off, we'll get into more details about the game before we actually get into the, according to what Cappy said, is that, our ship doesn't usually, appear in this level right there, which is known as the Cap Kingdom. Until when we get to the next kingdom, that we will able to find out more info about our ship was going to be, where it's at. So, as you expected, the controls in this game is very self-explanatory if you ever played through, specifically Super Mario 3D, World, and even especially noticeable with Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine, is that if you ever played those two games, specifically Super Mario 64, and, especially with Super Mario Sunshine, as you can tell, that we're actually on the, well, a destructible sandbox game. Because I say sandbox game is because we can actually explore everywhere else. Which you'll see why until when we get to the latest, worlds in the game. But for now, let's go ahead and activate the switch right over there until we're able to actually come across into a slopey path. Nice work. Every time when you accomplish something, that Cappy always tells you about the nice comments about me. So as well as these familiar enemies here and there too. In fact, speaking of such, this is actually the new character introduced in this game, alongside with Tiara, which is basically Cappy's sister. But even then though, that well, Cappy is a new character introduced in this Mario universe. I kinda wish if Cappy makes a return though, during the likes of the spin-off Mario titles, specifically Mario Tennis Aces at one point, but we don't know about it yet though. Anyway, so let's go inside in this little inside top hat tower. Well, there's not much else we can do besides just keep on grabbing those coins. Yeah, basically coins makes a return ever since, you know, every single 3D Mario games always has coins. But you probably realize about the fact that this game doesn't have the extra life system anymore. Or in this case, a 1-up system, if you will. So, yeah, that little ledge is far too high, but hey, at least we can just toss Cappy onto that frog? Oh, what does that do? It's kinda cool to see these little, realistic photos right there. Even for frogs like that. You captured a frog. Wait a minute. Is this something related to the Princess and the Frog? My thoughts exactly. Because basically, that unlike how it does it in the Princess and the Frog film, during the likes of during that film, that Dr. Facilia, which is the main villain of the film, that normally it is trying to let Prince Naveen transform into a frog. So this is kind of like how it does it where, you know, before when Super Mario Odyssey, that Mario turns into a frog, and I was like, oh my god, I did not expected that coming. But even then, no, that wasn't until when it gets to the point until, and during back in 2017, is that, during the likes of the first announcement of Super Mario Odyssey, is that, well, they first showed off the actual, trailer of, you know, Super Mario Odyssey. So what they show us is the fact that they show us how, the throw cap system works. And until when it gets to the point until the halfway point of 2017 and during in the E3 2017, this is where the capture system comes into play. Every time you try to throw Cappy into a different directions, you couldn't tell if you're actually able to actually see. Oh yeah, we got ourselves a checkpoint flags, which behaves exactly like how it does as it sounds. So, oh Jesus Christ, I somehow got covered in smoke, all across on top of this little cap hat contraption. That monster has ruined everything. Tell me about it. Especially, I've always able to come across into him for almost 33 years ago, naturally. So anyways, before we're able to actually get into this more details about the game, we'll actually go ahead and just run up to the top of the actual top hat tower, and we've come across into... Who are they? The boss warned me there's to be a fella with a mustache coming along. Sorry for the bit of a dialogue errors there, folks. Guess we though introduce ourselves. We dear wedding planners for the happy couple. They call us the Boodles. So these are the rabbits there, huh? We've got that treasure we needed. So we aren't got no more business in Dip's pots. Of course, roughing up good two shoes meddlers was in that contract, so I guess we still got a little work to do. So you're gonna have to deal with me, huh? And yeah, I do apologize again that my dialogue is actually going a little bit more errant than that, but even then, no, that's only because of how the fact that it's really hard to pronounce some things sometimes. But anyways, here's the first boss in this game, which we don't know exactly what this Brutal's name was, but even then, I'll be able to research on that during the future points in the game. But for now, he's pretty simple. Basically, we need to able to keep on tossing Cappy onto this particular rabbit Brutal right there, and if you every time you do that, here's one of those hats comes off, and then that's all you really try to do, and then that's how you deal with this boss, the first boss in this game. Although, kind of think about it, he actually has 2 hit points this time instead of the usual 3. But this is way more interesting compared to the Koopalings to me though, but I digress. So, we can't do anything in here at the moment because the barrier shield is blocking my way. Oh, I can actually capture this little zap line. which actually leads me to this new destination. Super Mario Odyssey! So wonder what this new environment takes me into. Cascade Kingdom. Fossil Falls. So we're in the prehistoric times? Whee! That's a fun ride, and smack in the face. Kinda like how it does in Sonic Adventure though. Our first Power Moon. Gee, I wonder what that can do, I wonder. Well, we'll investigate it right about now. Whoa, yay, what a ride, and we made it to the Cascade Kingdom. Sorry, still a bit amped from capturing a power line, must collect myself. Got this little shiver going on here. There should be an old airship somewhere around here. Let's see if we can find it. Of course we can find it, Cappy. Don't worry, trust on me on that one. Yeah, much like how it does in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, by the way, that sometimes the game auto-saves, which even then though, that can get a little bit more intricate, or in this case interesting to say the least, but at least it's something. So anyways, yeah, let's get into the controls of this game. Is that you move Mario with the analog stick, of course, and especially noticeable with the A and B button is to jump, much like how it does it if you ever play through Super Mario 3D Land and 3D World. And especially noticeable with pressing the Cappy button is by using the Y button. I'm pursuing X button as well, but even then I haven't tested it out yet. But for then, let's go ahead and capture this chain jump and bust through this little block wall, and we get ourselves our first Power Moon. Which kind of thing about it, the Power Moons are essentially Power Stars, if any words, from Super Mario 64 and Shine Sprites from Super Mario Sunshine. Is that, since obviously this game was actually in the sandbox formation, so yeah, multi-moon atop the falls. So does that mean, like, we have to deal with a boss throughout? Oh, we found a Power Moon. Indeed we have. What a lucky break. This will come in handy to power the airship. Have you ever seen anything like it? Well, we'll never know. But even then though, let's just go ahead and continue forward with this beautiful visuals in this game. I have to admit though, right away, these visuals look absolutely gorgeous. Like, although unfortunately though, it's still in 30 frames per second as you can tell from my capture recording setup. But when we actually play the game, it runs very, very well, like 60 frames per second, and especially 1080, which even then though, very, very impressive. So yeah, that's what I can tell. And also, as you can tell, we actually got ourselves these familiar coin shapes right there, which even then though, these are known as the regional coins, which even then though, we'll actually get into more details about this kinds of stuff when we get into the latest parts of the game, so don't worry about that. And of course, if you have a first time experiencing with this game, especially watching this Let's Play actually, folks, prepare yourselves a bit of a spoiler warnings at the very least at this game, because even though this game has been released for 3 months now, so even then though that, don't expect that there's going to be some spoiler alerts coming up ahead. Especially noticeable how the fact that, you know how the fact that recently that Nintendo Direct has been announced there's going to be a free update DLC for this game, which is specifically for the likes of Luigi's Balloon World, which sadly that he's not a playable character in this game, just unlike how it does it in both Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Super Mario 3D Land and 3D World, so yeah. Ah, there it is. This is what we're looking for. It looks a bit more rough than I'd expected. Oh no, it's just an older model. I'm certain it can still fly. Well, we'll never know then. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Just throw me onto that globe there. Oh, so it's kind of like a the actual toy globe from ever since during the likes of any other buildings around it all over the world. But hey, let's go ahead and insert this first ever Power Moon into the actual ship. And we already got one at the moment. Nothing's happened. That Power Moon must not have given the ship enough power. I wonder if we can find more around here. Well, I guess we'll say that much about now, Cappy. But I'm afraid, guys, is that we're gonna have to end things off here for this point, so tune me next time on Let's Play Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. It's the fact that we're going to be hopefully trying to find even more Power Moons. So see you guys next time. Later, fellas.